Hi everybody, this is Terry from Technique Tuesday, and today I want to show you a fun technique to do with thin steel dies. This is the stained glass technique. With this technique, you're going to use dies that are kind of thin when you cut them. So you'll see they have this cute or thin little frame, and then you're also going to use gel pens. When you combine them together, you get a cool stained glass look, like so. All right, let me show you how to do it. All right, the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to cut some dies from black cardstock. Now, if you don't like black cardstock, an alternative would be to use gold or silver cardstock to cut out your base. But I'm using black because black goes with everything. And so the dies I'm using here are the Let's Party steel dies. All right, so I've cut out these dies and then I've cut out a base. So here's my base, and then we're gonna put together a birthday cake. So I've taken the cake and then I've used my scissors to just lop off the very top of the cake. And then I've also got a candle, and we're gonna use the candle and the cake together. So the tricky part about these thin dies is actually adhering them onto your project. I find the easiest thing to do is take a piece of scratch paper, flip the die over, and then take glue and just kind of put the glue on the back of the die cut. And you'll see I'm pretty generous here. I'm going over the edges, I'm getting it on my hands, I'm not worrying about it, just getting it all over. And this is the magical part. I'm going to take that and then I'm going to take it on my scratch paper and I'm just going to set it down and tap off some of that glue. So you see that's made the glue go on a lot thinner. And now what I'm going to do is place it onto my project. So there's my cake, and then let's add the candle. And here is the candle. Again, I'm going to put a lot of glue on the candle. And then I'm just going to take it to my scratch paper, get some of the glue off so it's nice and even, and then put it right onto my project. So here we've got the nice cake with the candle. Now we're going to do the fun part. I'm going to grab another piece of scratch paper and I'm going to just set this because we may need this as we color this image in. So you see I've got this whole assortment of gel pens. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to pick some of those gel pens and add a little color to the cake. So I'm feeling like purple sounds pretty good. So I'm adding some purple here. And I'm just adding a nice layer of gel pens. Now, if you haven't used your gel pens in a while, just be sure to take it on a piece of scratch paper and kind of work it out. Heat up the base of the pen to just get that gel ink nice and flowing. All right, so I've done purple, and now I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. So here is how the cake looks when colored in. And I think that looks pretty good. Now that I've done this, I'll probably come back and add a sentiment to it. So I'll use either a phrase from the Sassy birthday set or maybe the mini candle stamp set. So here are a few other examples created with this technique. So here I've added some color to these party hats. And then here's just a really simple one. I've taken these balloons and then added a little color there. And then here's the cupcake, and you'll see I added a candle to the top of one of the cupcakes. Here's another take on the cake, and you'll see, look how different this cake looks versus this cake. Use different colors and you'll have a bunch of different looks. And then here is some champagne glasses that were cut with the Clink dies. And I've just added a little bit of gel pen color right to where the champagne would be. Be sure to check out TechniqueTuesday.com. We've got tons of great products that you can do this stained glass technique with. Thanks again for tuning in today.